crimes are so strange. Even the police gave up. No suspects, no answers, and no explanation that fully makes sense. These are the top 10 unexplained cases police could never solve, and once you hear them, you'll realize how fragile the idea of justice really is. Most people think every crime gets solved eventually, that if you wait long enough, the truth comes out. But these cases prove something terrifying. Some mysteries stay frozen forever, no matter how many detectives try, and chances are you've never heard most of them. Case 10. The Isdal woman in 1970. A burned body was found in a remote valley in Norway. The woman had no ID, no labels on her clothes, and all her fingerprints were gone. Police later found suitcases linked to her. Inside were wigs, fake passports, and coded notes no one could fully crack. She checked into hotels under different names, always paid cash, always changed rooms. Was she a spy, a criminal, or something else entirely? More than 50 years later, no one knows who she was or why she died. Imagine this: 1922, a remote farm in Germany, an entire family, 6 people, wiped out. It's a brutal scene, but that's not even the most disturbing part. Investigators found evidence that someone had been living in the house after the murders. The farm animals were fed, meals had been cooked and eaten in the kitchen. Even the fireplace had been kept lit, warming a home filled with bodies. The police were baffled. They questioned neighbors, investigated strangers, and looked into former employees, but every lead went cold. No one was ever arrested. The person who did this, who lived alongside their victims for days, simply vanished into thin air. The case remains one of Germany's most chilling and unsolved mysteries to this day. What do you think happened? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. In 1948, a man was found dead on a beach in Australia. No wallet, no ID, no signs of violence. Inside his pocket was a tiny scrap of paper. It read, "Tamam Shud, Persian for it is finished." Police traced it to a rare book of poetry. Inside the book was a coded message, still unsolved. Who was he? Why was he there? And how did he die? Decades later, the case remains open. In 1992, 3 women vanished from a home in Missouri. A mother, her daughter, and her daughter's friend. No signs of struggle, no broken locks. Their purses were left behind, the TV was on, the dog was calm. It was like they simply disappeared. Police searched everywhere. Tips flooded in, nothing ever stuck. To this day, no bodies, no arrests, no answers. Case 6. The Yuba County 5 men went missing after attending a basketball game in 1978. Their car was found abandoned in the mountains. Perfectly fine. Months later, some bodies were found. Others were never located. Food was available nearby. Shelter was close, yet they starved. Why did they leave the car? Why didn't they seek help? Investigators still can't explain their choices. Case 5. The Black Dahlia in 1947. A young woman's body was found in Los Angeles, severely mutilated, perfectly posed. The media exploded. Hundreds of suspects were questioned. False confessions poured in. The killer wrote letters to the police, mocked them, taunted them. Despite massive attention, the case collapsed into silence. The murderer was never found. Case 4. The Dyatlov Pass Incident. In 1959, 9 experienced hikers died in Russia's Ural Mountains. Their tent was found cut open from the inside. They fled barefoot into freezing temperatures. Some had crushed bones. One was missing her tongue. No signs of a fight. No clear cause. Avalanche, military testing, something unknown. The official explanation still doesn't satisfy experts. Case 3. The Boy in the Box in 1957. A young boy's body was found in a cardboard box in Philadelphia. He was beaten, malnourished, unidentified. The case shocked the nation. Millions saw his face. police chased hundreds of leads. None worked for decades. He had no name, no family, no justice. Even today, key questions remain unanswered. Case 2. The Zodiac killer he killed, then wrote letters about it. He mocked police, included codes, threatened more deaths. Some messages were cracked, others never were. Dozens of suspects were named. None convicted. Then he stopped. No arrest, no closure. One of the most famous killers in history simply disappeared. Case 1. The Tamam Shud code copycat. Years after the Somerton, Maine case, similar coded messages appeared worldwide. No connection was proven, but patterns were there. Police suspected intelligence agencies. Others suspected coincidence. Nothing was confirmed. It's the case that makes investigators admit something scary. Not every mystery is meant to be solved. Here's the truth most people don't like to hear. Some crimes don't end with answers. They end with silence, and while the world moves on. These cases stay open. If you pay attention to stories like this early, you start seeing patterns others miss. Follow to stay ahead of the stories the world still can't explain.